season replays, fantasy drafts, ultimate creative leagues, and what if tournament. It's Coffee Cup Games with the Coach DKM. Hey, this is Coach DK with Coffee Cup Games, wishing you all a Merry Christmas. Hopefully your Christmas was absolutely blessed and brilliant. In our last episode, we did a Christmas special. There have been dozens of players who were born on Christmas Day, but only 3 of them made it into the Hall of Fame. In our last episode, we celebrated Rickey Henderson and Nellie Fox, the 2 fielders and 2 MVPs who were born on Christmas Day and made the Hall of Fame. And in this episode, we are going to celebrate that 3rd player, the pitcher. And not only are we going to celebrate that pitcher, but we're also going to celebrate the next best pitcher who did not make the Hall of Fame, but he was born on Christmas Day as well. And so who are these gentlemen that we're going to be celebrating in this episode? It is none other than Ned Garver and the Hall of Famer Pud Galvin. Pud Galvin was one of the most dominant and best pitchers in the 19th century. He started his career in 1875 and finished in 1892. He primarily played for 2 ball clubs, the Buffalo Bisons and the Pittsburgh Alleghenies. Pud Galvin won 365 games. He started 688 games, and he completed almost 94% of those games. He had a 2.85 ERA, and he pitched over 6,000 innings. Galvin's 603 innings and 646 complete games are second all-time in Major League Baseball history. The only pitcher who had more was Cy Young. Ned Garver's career is much different than Pud Galvin, but Ned Garver is the only pitcher born on Christmas Day with more than 100 wins. Garver had a pretty nice career lasting 14 seasons. He started in 1948 and ended in 1961. He played for 3 ball clubs. He started his career with the St. Louis Browns, then went to the Detroit Tigers, and ended his career with the Kansas City Athletics, who eventually became known as the Los Angeles Athletics. Garver won 129 games. He started 330 games, and about half of those he actually completed twice, leading the major leagues in complete games. He was selected once as an All-Star in 1951, but unfortunately he only had 1 year when he had a winning record, and of course that year was in 1951. So in today's episode, we're going to do a matchup between Ned Garver and the Hall of Famer Pud Galvin. And in this matchup, we are going to use their most dominant seasons. Ned Garver, as mentioned, was an All-Star in 1951, his only selection. So obviously, that will be the year that we will use for Ned Garver when he was part of the St. Louis Browns. Garver went 20-12. He had a 3.73 ERA. He led the majors with 24 complete games, and he started 30. For the Hall of Famer Pud Galvin, we're going to be using his 1884 season. 1883, he led in many categories, but his best season by far was 1884. He won 46 games. He had a 1.99 ERA. Out of those 75 games he started, he completed 72 of them. He pitched 656 innings, and he struck out 279 while only walking 50 batters. So now let's go ahead and check out the lineups for their teams. But before we check out the lineups, I'm going to ask you guys, give me a little bit of a Christmas gift here. I need you guys to just go hit that little thumbs up, like the video. More importantly, I'd love if you guys could subscribe to the channel so you can see all future content. And if you have any suggestions, thoughts, ideas, opinions, go ahead and leave me a comment. I try to respond to all of them as much as I possibly can. So now, let's check out the lineups. For the 1951 St. Louis Browns, they're going to be led off by their second baseman, Young. Arft, the first baseman, is going to be batting second. Sherm Lawler is going to be catching and batting third. Wood is going to be in left field. He'll be batting fourth. Mapes is going to be in right field, batting fifth. Delsing, the center fielder, will be batting sixth. Marsh, the third baseman, batting seventh. Batting eighth will be the shortstop, Jennings. And Ned Garver will be on the mound, batting ninth. For the 1884 Buffalo Bisons, who I will be managing, Leading off will be Jim O'Rourke, the left fielder. He was a Hall of Famer. Rowe will be catching, and he'll be batting second. Hardy Richardson will be batting third. He'll be playing second. Brothers, another Hall of Famer, will be at first base. He'll be batting fifth. Deacon White will be actually starting at third base. Normally a catcher throughout his career. He's going to be batting fifth. Lilly, the right fielder, will be batting sixth. Davey Forrest, the shortstop, he'll be batting seventh. Egler will be batting eighth. He's the center fielder. And finally, Pud Galvin, the Hall of Famer, will be batting ninth. So go ahead, grab a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy this game between the 1951 St. Louis Browns, featuring Ned Garver, the right-handed pitcher, and the 1884 Buffalo Bisons with their Hall of Fame pitcher, Pud Galvin. And we are at Olympic Park in Buffalo, New York. It is an average day. Pud Galvin, the Hall of Famer, the Christmas birthday boy, is on the mound. And as mentioned earlier, we are managing the Buffalo Bisons of 1884. So here we go. Young, representing the 1951 St. Louis Browns, is up. Here we go. And it's going to be a need of 1 to 15. He gets an 8. So that is going to be a single for Young right off the bat. And now Arf's up. He hit 261 with 7 home runs. And he is going to try to see if he can get something going here. And it's going to be a fly ball to Egler in center field. So that's going to be 1 down. Next up is going to be Sherm Lawler. Sherm Lawler's up. Young tries to get a lead, cannot get one. And now Lawler's going to hit a ground ball to Deacon White. He's going to throw it to Richardson, who's going to then fling it on over to Dan Brothers for a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play.
Brilliant!
Here we go. Now the Buffalo Bisons are trying to get some runs to help out their man, Pud Galvin. Garver on the mound, and he is going to strike out Jim O'Rourke, the Hall of Famer. Next up is the catcher, Rowe. Rowe is going to need a 1 to 5 for a double, and unfortunately he gets a 19, so that's going to be a single, but he is on base as Hardy Richardson now comes up to bat.
Just a bit outside.
Garver's going to throw a wild pitch as Rowe takes second base, and now the runner in scoring position and only 1 out. Let's see what Richardson can do. Here's the pitch. He's going to hit a fly ball to Delsing, who's got good range, pretty decent glove in center field. And he is going to take that one in, and that's going to be an out. And now Brothers is up. The first baseman, Hall of Famer, hit 317, led the team with 14 home runs. And he needs a 1 to 8. And it's not going to be an 8. It'll be a 16, but that is going to be good enough for a triple, as that is going to knock in Rowe. And Brothers is now on third base, and Deacon White is up with Brothers on third with 2 outs. And unfortunately, White's going to hit a ground ball to Marsh at third. That's going to end the inning, but we do get a run as Buffalo now leads 1-0 after the first inning. Here is Wood, the left fielder. He had 15 home runs, and he's going to draw a walk to start off the second inning. And now Mapes, the right fielder, is up. He had 262. He is going to hit a pop-up to Force at short, so that's going to be 1 down. Here's Delsing. He had 249 with 8 home runs. He needs a 1 to 5, and it's going to be a 13, so it's down the line, but Little's got great range, able to get there, and Wood stays at first. So just got out of that one. That was almost a big, dangerous shot. Marsh, the third baseman's up. He hit 243. He's going to hit a fly ball to Lilly, who just made a great play against the wall. He's going to have to make another play here, and he does, as that's going to be the third out, as we now enter the bottom of the second. Here's a Lilly, the right fielder. He hit 223. He's going to hit a line ball to Young. That's going to be 1 down. And now here's Davey Force, the shortstop, hit 206. And he's going to be struck out as Garver now has his second strikeout of the game. And now Egler is up. Egler hit 195. So the bottom of their lineup is absolutely horrendous, as that's a fly ball to center field, and that's going to end the inning. As now we enter into the top of the third, Galvin is going to be pitching against Jennings, the shortstop, who hit 179. He is going to hit a fly ball to left field, and that's going to be 1 down. Next up is Garver, the pitcher, the birthday boy. He is a pretty decent hitter as a pitcher, but he's going to hit a fly ball to O'Rourke in left field, and he's got that. That's going to be 2 down, and now we are at the top of the order. Young is up. He's hit a single to start off the game in the first inning, but this time he's going to hit a ground ball to Brothers at first. That's going to be the 3rd out. So we now go into the bottom of the 3rd, and Pud Galvin is up. He is not a good hitter at all. Galvin is going to try to see if he can get a hit, and unfortunately he's not, as Garver gets his 3rd strikeout of the game. And with 1 down, we now get to the top of the order with Jim O'Rourke, the left fielder, who at .347 led the team in average. He struck out his first time at bat. He's going to hit a ball to Mapes in right field. Mapes has a great arm. He's got a good glove, and he is able to make that catch. So 2 down, and now Rose up. He singled his first at bat and scored the only run so far, and he's going to hit a fly ball to Mapes. This is going to be a routine fly ball. Mapes easily catches that one. That's going to end the 3rd inning, and after 3 innings, St. Louis has 0 runs on 1 hit, has not committed an error. Buffalo has 1 run on 2 hits, and they have not committed an error. So top of the 4th, Pud Galvin on the mound with a 1-hitter going against Arft, who he got to fly out in the first inning. And he's going to get Arft to hit a ground ball to Richardson. That's going to be an easy out. And here's Lawler, who hit it into a double play in the first. He's going to hit a line ball to Brothers. That's going to be 2 down. And now here is Wood. Here's the pitch, the Wood. And Wood needs a 1-14. He's going to get a single up the middle. So that's going to be a single with 2 outs. The 2nd hit of the day for St. Louis. And they are going to try to steal. We are going to throw.
He's out!
And we are going to nail him at second base to end the inning. So that's going to take us into the bottom of the 4th. Hardy Richardson's up. He's 0 for 1. He is going to lead off with a single between 3rd and short. As that gets into left field on the ground, and Richardson's on first. And now Brothers, who had a triple and an RBI in the first inning, is up to bat. He is going to hit a fly ball to center field. That's not going to do anything, as Delsing's easily able to bring that one in. Now Deacon White, our 3rd baseman, is up. He hit .325 with 5 home runs. The left batted hitter is now going to pull the ball between 1st and 2nd, as that's going to send Richardson all the way to 3rd. And Deacon White is on first with 1 out, and now Lilly is up, our right fielder. And unfortunately, our last 4 batters are horrid, but Lilly is the best of the bunch with hitting .223 with 3 home runs. And he is going to pop out to Jennings at short. So that's going to be 2 down. And now here is Davey Force. He's going to draw a walk. So bases are loaded with Egler, our center fielder, up. He hit .204 in 1884, but unfortunately he's going to be strikeout.
What are you doing?
Garver gets another strikeout, and that's going to end the inning as we leave the bases juiced, and unfortunately can get nothing in. So we go into the top of the 5th. Pud Galvin on the mound still. Here's Mapes, the right fielder. He's going to be strikeout. So we have a good amount of strikeouts going on so far. So 1 down. Here's Delsing. He's going to hit a ground ball to Force, who does not have a good glove at all.
Whoopsies!
And of course, as I say that, he makes an error, and Delsing is on first. The first error of the game, and now Marsh is up. He's going to hit a fly ball to Egler in center field. Egler is going to have to make a play, and he does as he gets there quickly. And he reels that one in for the 2nd out. Now Jennings is up.
Got him!
Delsing gets picked off by Pud Galvin to end the inning. So for the 2nd time in a row, an inning is ended on the bases. So let's go into the bottom of the 5th. Pud Galvin's up, a horrible hitter, and he is trying to do anything he can. He's going to hit a ground ball, so at least he got a bat on it, but it's going to be to short to Jennings. That's going to be 1 down, and now O'Rourke is up. He needs a 1-4. He's going to get a 14, so that's going to be a line out, 2 down, and now Rowe, our catcher, is up, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Arft, who's going to easily pick that one up, toss it to Garver covering first, and that's going to end the inning 1-2-3. Top of the 6th, here's Jennings, the shortstop, who at 179, by far their worst hitter, and that's going to be a strikeout for Pud Galvin. Another big K for him. And now here's the pitcher Garver, who's pretty good as a hitter, but he's going to be strikeout. 2 strikeouts in the inning, trying to strike out the side. Here is Young, and he is going to rip a single as he pulls that one line drive between Richardson and Brothers at first and second. So with 2 outs, they get a runner on, and now Arf's up. He has a fly out and a ground out. They're going to send Young. We're going to try to nail him, and fortunately for us, they do get the stolen base, but that could have been the 3rd inning with a runner being nailed on the base pass, but he is safely in the second. So Arft is up with a runner in scoring position. He is 0 for 2, and he is going to hit a fly ball to Lily in right field. That is going to be a routine, easy fly out. So that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning as we now enter the bottom of the 6th. Richardson is up as we got our 3, 4, and 5 hitters up to bat. Richardson's 1 for 2. He singled his last at bat. He's going to get another single. He needed a 1 to 14. He gets a 10. So he hits that one up the middle, and now Brothers, the Hall of Famer, is up. The first baseman had a triple. He's going to hit a ground ball to Jennings, who's got horrible range and is not able to get there as he gets there late and throws it to first, but Brothers is able to beat out the throw, so that is going to be an infield single. So runners on first and second. Deacon White is up. He is 1 for 2. He is going to pop out to second, as that's going to be the first out. And now Lily is up, and Lily's going to hit a line ball to Jennings at short, so that's going to be 2 down. And now Force is up, who has been struck out, and he walks, but he's going to get a 19. He needed a 1 to 12 for a double. He gets a 19. It is good enough for a single, so that is going to score a run as Richardson scores. Brothers is on third as Davey Force gets a critical single in the bottom of the 6th, and now with runners on first and third on the corners, Egler is up. He is going to hit a fly ball to Mapes, who is their worst defender when it comes to range, but he is able to get there as that's going to be the 3rd out. But Buffalo adds 1 more. So after 6 innings, St. Louis has 0 runs on only 3 hits, has not committed an error. Buffalo have 2 runs on 7 hits. They have committed an error. Pud Galvin is now going to walk to the mound with only allowing 3 hits as we enter the 7th inning. Sherm Lawler is up. They got their 3, 4, and 5 hitters. And Lawler's going to hit a ground ball to Force at short for an easy out. That's going to be 1 down, and here's Wood. He has a walk and a single. He's been on base twice. He's going to hit a ground ball to Force, and Force again makes the play. 2 down, and now Mapes is up. He has a pop out, a strikeout, and now he's going to get a ground out as Brothers picks that one up, tags the bag. That's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. We enter the bottom of the 7th. Galvin is up, going against his counterpart, and Galvin is going to be struck out. So another strikeout for Garver. Top of the order for us with 1 down. Here is Jim O'Rourke, who is 0 for 3, who led our team in average with 347, 5 home runs. He needs a 1 to 11. He gets an 8. So he hits that one just past Garver at the pitching mound, who couldn't quite get his glove down quick enough. And that's going to put him on base. We are going to try to steal. We don't have a ton of speed. He gets there, and he is safe with a good stolen base. And so with 1 out, he's in scoring position. And now Rowe is up, our catcher, who at 315. He is going to, unfortunately, hit a line ball to Young at second. That's going to be 1 down. And now Richardson is up. And so he's 2 for 3. And he's going to hit a fly ball to Delsing into center field. This one is high and easy for Delsing to grab. And that's going to be the 3rd out as we now enter the top of the 8th. We are expecting both of these pitchers to complete this game, expecting that they're going to go in all 9 innings. So here's Galvin. He's going against Delsing, who's 0 for 2. And he's going to be 0 for 3 as he hits a ground ball to Richardson at second. That's going to be an out. And now here's Marsh. And they are going to actually pull Marsh, and they're going to put in Earl Rapp to pinch hit. Rapp hit 327, and he has got a nice little card here. He had 98 at-bats. He had 2 home runs. He's going to hit a ground ball to Richardson in second. And it's going to be an error as Richardson's got good range but does not have the best glove as he misplays that one and kicks it into the outfield. And now Rapp is on second on a 2-base error. with 1 down, and they're going to bring in Neiman. And so we are going to intentionally walk him, and we're going to go against Garver, and they're going to bring in another pinch hitter, Taylor. Taylor hit .258 with 3 home runs and only 93 at bat. And they bring in a new runner, pinch runner, Upton, to cover first for Bob Neiman. Here is Taylor. Taylor is going to be hit by the pitch. So bases are loaded, 1 out. Young is up. He has 2 singles and a ground out. And he is going to pop up as Galvin gets him to pop up to Force at short. So Davey Force pulls that one easily, and now Arft is up, who's 0 for 3. Galvin trying to get out of this one, show why he's a Hall of Famer, and he will as he gets Arft to ground out the brothers.
Denied.
So once for us, once for them, the bases are loaded, and nobody scores. The bases loaded, and they did not get a hit in that inning. He still has only allowed 3 hits with a shutout, but we go into the bottom of the 8th, Buffalo with a 2-run lead, and they need some more, and Dan Brothers is going to lead us off. Brothers is going to hit a ground ball to Young at second, who's going to be able to make a play as he had to, as he has good range, good glove, and he's able to make that out. Deacon White is up. He's 1 for 3. He needs a 1 to 14. He's going to get a 4, so this is going to be a fly ball to center field. It's going to bounce against the wall, gives a good bounce to Delsing, who's able to pick that one up quickly, throw it to Upton at short, and White, though, ends up with a stand-up double. So here we go. Runner on base. Lilly, the right fielder, is up. And he's going to hit a ground ball to Page, who came in to relieve for Garver. And so White goes to third on that ground out. And so a runner on third base. Force, our shortstop, is up. He only hit .210. He needs a 1 to 6. He's going to get a 20. And so that is going to be an out. We now are in the top of the 9th. Pud Galvin with a 3-hit shutout. And she's going to be going against their number 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Galvin, the Christmas birthday boy, is going to pitch to Lawler, who needs a 1 to 14. And lucky for us, it is an 18. So that's going to be 1 down. Wood is up, the left fielder. He had 15 home runs. He has a walk. He has a single. He needs a 1 to 4.
Stupid! Dumb! Oh!
And it's going to be a 1. So Galvin gives up his 4th hit, a home run, to St. Louis's best power hitter, Wood, who had 15 home runs back in 1951. So it is a 1-run game, but we are going to leave Galvin in on his birthday. Here's Mapes, the right fielder. He hit .252. He's going to hit a fly ball to O'Rourke, who has not very good range, and he is going to...
Are you kidding me? Come on, man!
O'Rourke's horrible range kills us, and Mapes ends up with a single, and now Delsing is up. He has 8 home runs, 249 back in 1951. Here's the pitch. He needs a 1 to 3. And he gets the 3. A 2-run home run in the top of the 9th, as St. Louis gets 3 runs off of 2 home runs in the inning to take a 3-2 lead. And now McGuire, the third baseman's up. He needs a 1 to 14. He's going to get an 11, so that's going to be a single. I know I should take Galvin out, but I just can't do it on his birthday. And now here is Upton as they bring in a pinch runner, McGuire. And Upton needs a 1 to 14. It's going to be a 19. So a ton of splits here. And now Page is coming to bat. Satchel Paige, the old Negro player, is up, and he needs a 1. He's going to get a 13. So that's going to be an out, as it's the 3rd out. And now Satchel Paige is on the mound. Well past his prime, but still not a bad player. And now Egler is up. He hit 195. We don't have much of a bench. He's going to hit a ground ball to Young. He's going to pick it up, twist, and that's going to be an out. And now we need to bring in a pinch hitter for Pud Galvin. And And we really don't have many hitters. We're going to have 3 guys on our bench that are eligible to be a pinch hitter. So Collins is going to come in. He had 178, and he's probably our best hitter on the bench, but he's hitting for Galvin. He's going to hit a ground ball to first to Arf. That's going to be an out. So here is Jim O'Rourke with 2 outs. The left fielder hit 347. He is not going to hit today, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Upton, who's going to pick that one up, throw it to first, and that's going to end the game, as Pud Galvin had a shutout, allowing only 3 hits into the 9th inning. But unfortunately, Buffalo loses as St. Louis comes back with 2 home runs in the top of the 9th. Garver went 7 innings. He had allowed 8 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 1, struck out 5. Galvin gets the loss. He pitched a complete game, allowed 7 hits, 4 of them in the 9th inning, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and he struck out 3. And that's going to end this one, as Ned Garver, though he doesn't get a decision, went 7 innings, struck out 5, allowed only 2 runs, and Pud Galvin pitched incredibly, had a shutout, allowing only 3 hits, but unfortunately in the top of the 9th, the St. Louis Browns got 4 hits, 2 of which were home runs. That gave them 3 runs in the inning, and then ultimately a 3-2 lead. That Satchel Paige, the old-time Negro player, came in and got the save. But this was a fun one between Pud Galvin, the Hall of Famer, and Ned Garver, the non-Hall of Famer, one-time All-Star, as both pitchers pitched pretty well, as these Christmas birthday boys showed up and did well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I wasn't expecting it to be that close, wasn't expecting ending like that, but always love when you get exciting games like this. So until next time, this is Coach DK. Have a good one. Bye.